What's going on YouTube? Welcome to my channel, the 10K Property Report. I am Kay, and today we're going to talk about how a $2,500 mobile home just appeared on Zillow, and I really want you to watch this before it is gone, okay? Matter of fact, I actually found 3 mobile homes, $2,500 or less in the general area that's there as well, so let's get to it. All right, so on Zillow, first of all, this mobile home is in Franklin, Virginia. Okay, this is in Franklin, Virginia, and I have the address here, but there are other properties that I do have on my newsletter. Make sure you check out my newsletter for properties under $10,000. So this is not the only deal that I track and view. I do this on a weekly basis. You will get weekly free newsletter reports on deals under 10K. But back to this. So this is a mobile home, and it's 2-bedroom, 2-bath. And as you can see, it looks gutted out and it will need some work, okay? But I'm going to show you maybe investor play that could work very well here. Of course, with your own due diligence, and this is educational purposes only. This video is, so keep that in mind. So this is a mobile home, single wide, and it seems to have a lot of potential, but it does appear that, okay, watch this too. So it's boarded up. The window is boarded up. Looks like it could have been abandoned, laying there for a while. And maybe someone threw a rock in the window. Not necessarily sure, but I do see the board on the window. So someone did the hard work of gutting it out for you. So I guess you could take that as a positive, right? The silver lining in this situation. So it has a deck. From the outside, it doesn't look too bad. Of course, you need to look at the details, look at the roof, the condition of the home. We're not just looking at aesthetics. We really want to get down to the nitty gritty of the home. But for $2,500, is it a good deal? Let's look at the details. Let's really get to the nitty gritty, as I just said. So it says, call us today, get more information on the pre-loved. I loved how they say that. So pre-loved or used, right? Mobile home. Dive into the charm of making a well-loved mobile home into your own, now on the market at an unbeatable budget-friendly price at Franklin Farms Mobile Home Community. Okay, boom. So here are the details. We are now realizing that it's in a mobile home park. And in just a second, I'm going to show you how to identify how much the lot rent is in this particular mobile home park. And it's actually not mind-blowing. I've heard of and I've witnessed myself, some of the prices of lot rent in some of these mobile home parks are ridiculous. But this one, I'll get to it in just a second. It's manageable, especially if you want to rent this mobile home out or you're trying to live in it yourself. Okay, so fix it up and live in it yourself. So Franklin Farms Mobile Home Community, situated in close proximity to your favorite shopping spots within a warm and inviting family-oriented community. Secure your viewing appointment today and make this home yours. All right. So it's been listed for 8 days, so it doesn't give much time for folks to see it, and 8 saves 99 views. Got it. So what I like to do with mobile homes is I like to see who listed it, especially if it is in a mobile home park. And this one is in a mobile home park. It did say that earlier. It's in the Southampton Meadows Mobile Home Park, okay? And you'll be looking for this person as your point of contact to get more information about the property, but they're more than likely going to refer you to here. They put a lot of effort into this listing to give you everything you need to know. Now, here is where you get more information about the property, and it's under, let me go back up. It is under facts and features, okay? So it has heating. It says unspecified type, 2 bedrooms, 2 baths. There are 2 full bathrooms, vinyl flooring, no basement. Okay, so what I said earlier is I want to know just from a Zillow listing, how much is the lot rent? So if the home is $2,500, how much is the lot rent? Here it is. It says details right here under property, and it has lease amount for $340. So, and it says that it's on leased land. So you will be paying $340 a month to the mobile home park for your lot rent, essentially, right? Now, like I said earlier, a lot of the lot rent that I've heard about, in as far as inflation is concerned, has been upward of $500, $600, $700, just depending on the location of the park. So $340 seems like a manageable amount, but there's further due diligence you need to do. What is the pride of ownership in this mobile home community? Is it a good mobile home community or not? Okay, so there are good and bad mobile home communities. Not all of them are bad, of course not. So you need to do even further due diligence to see what is the vibe, what is the structure of the mobile home park. And also, if you are an investor, you need to identify if this mobile home park allows you to rent out the mobile home, because if they don't, then it may not be worth you pursuing, right? So if you purchase this mobile home for $2,500 and then later realize that you can't rent it out at all because of the mobile home park, they say they have rules and regulations and they say, hey, you can't. Well, that could be problematic for you. Good deal, but yeah, may not be useful to you and your strategy as far as an investor is concerned. Now, what I like to do and what I've already done is I've already gone to the actual website. So what I did was I searched on Google Southampton Meadows Mobile Home Park, and this pulled up. And what they do is they have other mobile home parks on their website. Excuse me, not parks, but mobile homes. They have other mobile homes on their website that they are selling. So you're going directly to the manager pretty much of that mobile home park. Okay. So you get even more information. So here it outlines the price. This is the same one that we saw earlier, right? Let's look at the front picture. It's cut off because it's a very long single wide home, and 2 bedrooms, 2 bath. The year it was built, 1989, Franklin, Virginia. Same information, right? And it goes down here and it talks about, this is the same details that were in the listing on Zillow. Then it says call to schedule an appointment to check it out. Lot rent is consistent, $340 a month plus utilities. So keep that in mind. Wow, could you imagine, even if you did need this to live in yourself, to be debt free, buy the mobile home for $2,500. You do put some repairs into it at your leisure over time. And you're paying $340 lot rent. Of course, that lot rent is due to go up, right? Inflation has increased this up to $340. So we know at one point it was lower than this. So as time goes on, it does go up. But momentarily, to live here pretty much free and clear outside of the lot rent, of course, that's pretty doable. Okay, that's pretty doable in my opinion. But yeah, especially when there are folks paying $2,000 a month just for rent, or $3,000 a month for rent, or $1,600 a month for rent, $340 a month when your mobile home is free and clear. That's not too bad. Okay, and that is for an owner occupant perspective. You can also rent it out, as I said earlier. If you're an investor, you can have some lease options to lease to own options as well. So you really want to get with that's the question I would ask. Can I, as an investor, do lease to own or rent to own, or rent my mobile home out? If the answer is yes, then you are in there like swimwear, right? You're doing that. I think that's an opportunity for you to, once again, purchase it, renovate it, rental ready, right? You're not over renovating it. You're matching the neighborhood, right? The mobile homes in the neighborhood, and making sure it's up and running to the capacity of a rental unit. And essentially you're making money off of it, right? Every single month. So, or cash flow. Prices and rates are subject to change without notice. So that's very important. That's very important to know. We already discussed it earlier where, you have, it's $340 now, but it may not be that in 2 years, right? So that can be uneasy for a lot of folks. But again, if you are an investor, you really need to ask about that rule of, can I rent the mobile home out? Now, going back to Zillow, when I go back to the main page, this is the subject mobile home that we were just looking at. This is another one for $2,000, and this is another one for $2,500. All of these were listed on the same day, and all of these come from the same mobile home park where I was just at. And I can show you real quickly. They actually have a mobile home on here for $1,000 as well. All right. And I think this will be next. Yes. 2 bedrooms, 1 bath. Those are typically a lot harder to sell. We're also looking at the condition of the mobile home for $1,000, guys. Once again, this is the same mobile home park. $1,000. It needs work. Of course it does. Right. But if you have time on your side, it could be a good deal. we need to do further due diligence to figure it out. And lot rent is the same, $340. Let's go to the next listing because I think this one pairs with the one that is listed on Zillow. Yes, it does, for $2,000. 2-bedroom, 1-bath. It appears already to be in a little better shape than the last mobile home that was $4,000, right? So, yes. Let's see. Okay. Neat work here as well. So it's not without, and it was built in 1975. Got it. Same mobile home park. Okay. There's another one. Let's go back. I think I did this one. Let's check this one out. This is for $2,500. Again, same mobile home park. It seems like the park manager listed all of them on the same day on Zillow to get more, marketing for the mobile homes that they currently have for sale, which is a hack for you. If you're interested in the mobile home side of investing for properties under $10,000, make sure you go directly to the park manager. Sometimes they give them away for free, right? They typically have the secret sauce. They know, okay, this has been vacant. We have 5 that have been vacant for a year or a couple months. Take them off our hands. Long as you rent them out and they're rented and they're occupied and they, are not an eyesore to our park, sure, you can have it for free. And other times they do charge, but for $1,000, that's, in my opinion, minimal for a living space. Okay. So yeah, I just wanted to bring you this information because it won't last. I already know this won't last. This is in Franklin, Virginia, and someone will scoop this up, even though it's in a park. Okay. There's a housing insecurity or affordability issue in this country. And this is outside, needs some work. Okay. But that's skirting. It's aesthetics. So it's not too bad. But yeah, make sure you do your due diligence on these properties. That's all I wanted to bring to you today. Make sure you also check out my newsletter where you get weekly, and I do mean weekly, properties for under $10,000 each and every week. The 10K property report is the newsletter. Make sure you sign up. I'll pin it in the comments. Until next time, guys, you stay blessed. Peace.